Hey everyone, so starting a new thing, trying to do more searches. There's so many areas to cover. There's just never enough time, only doing it on the weekend. Figured this time of year the sun stays out longer after work, so cover more ground and just cover more areas over time. So this week I'm actually going to a location where one of the persons of interest, again, I don't name names, just saying I heard from a local that someone was seen coming out of under a bridge area. This is between the Warriors Path State Park, the Warriors Path, Duck Island area, that whole park down in that direction. There's a bridge between that and Devil's Backbone Trail, which is on the other side of the bridge. Supposedly this person was seen coming out of there without a fishing pole, without anything like that. And things like that could turn out to be a rumor, but I'm gonna follow up on it. What I'm looking for in this situation is probably something like dumped evidence, like a dumped cell phone in the water. I'm gonna spend a good hour and a half to 2 hours, as long as I can, and there's light, getting my pole and camera, underwater camera, scanning in there. And I'm gonna try to do it. I don't know if I'm actually gonna get underwater footage, because I wanna get good footage, and with my GoPro, I can actually see the live image of the GoPro on my phone while I'm scanning on the pole, which might let me direct the camera a little better, but I cannot record it in that case. I'm going to try that for a little bit, and if that doesn't work, if I can't quite see the details as well as I can on the big screen, I'm going to switch over to the camera recording and try that. But I got to get over there as quick as I can, because again, sun's going down, and just get some search time in. So let's get going. So the fact that there is a trail here, and doesn't look like any easy way to get to the to under the bridge. It's pretty much rocks. You pretty much have to, I think you'd have to walk in the water to get under there. And there's sort of a trail here, which makes me think the most obvious explanation is that person came for a walk. And this trail is right in view of the road. I'm gonna see how hard it is to get under the bridge. Under bridges, you always find remnants of homeless encampments. See if I can go around the side and do a little bit of water searching here. I can't wade in there. The drop off is insane, so I'm gonna have to take my kayak over to here, to this side if I want to search the bottom here. Wading doesn't do any good. I'm gonna go to the other side of the bridge. Looks a little more like a gradual slope, and maybe search a little bit on that side, because I don't know which side they were talking about when they said they saw that person walking out from under the bridge. It could have been a lot of things. Could have been fishing. Could have been just sitting here to contemplate, or that trail. You never know. I personally don't see anything too weird about someone coming down here, especially because it looks like people come down here to go fishing and hiking, obviously. But I'm gonna check the other side, see if I can actually get in the water there, and that'll be it for tonight before the sun goes down. Hey everyone, so I actually went home. I wanted to get my kayak. I went to the other side of this bridge and realized that there's more here to search than I had time for on that day. So I want to get to the other side of the bridge. I do want to get underneath there, but as I parked in that parking lot, I saw a cave on this side. I hadn't gone all the way to the other side. I searched underneath, but hadn't walked along the shore. But I saw a cave, a mini cave on this side, which I want to actually check out. So I'm going to start today. I came back here with my kayak because I want to get in the water. That water's too deep for waders. So I'm actually going to do, I'm going to kayak underneath the bridge and scan as much as I can of the bottom. But before I do that, I actually want to check out this cave on this side. So I'm going to actually take this trail on the other side. I'll show you on the map where I am right now. I'm going to take this trail up into the woods, down to the water, work my way back to under the bridge on this side because I want to check out the cliffs here. I'm going light. All I have is my sidearm and a couple cameras, just so I can move quickly today, cover as much ground as I can, and just scan the area here. So let's get going. It's actually a big metal structure out there. I'll get to that in a minute. Looks like it might be a trail that goes by there too. I might have seen that. There's a guy that's been hiking in Kingsport, and I think I remember seeing him find that. It's like a big, huge smoker or of some sort. There's a trash bin out there. There's an overlook. I might have to get to the cave from under the bridge, actually. Unless I can get down over there, which I'll try. But this is pretty steep here. You can see this is a sheer drop off. But let's check out this area first. Actually, there's a trail that goes down toward what looks like the cliffs, so I might not have to go back to the bridge. Before I go down there, I'm going to actually check out that metal structure and see how far this trail goes out here. Very isolated out here. I've got to go down there too. Oh, it's down in there actually. It's wide open. This area is visible from the road. Lots of traffic. Pile rocks. Yep, field stone. All right, let's go find that metal structure. See the road through the trees there. Of course, in June this would all be closed in. Lots of leaves. Couldn't see this area from the road. Yeah, I remember seeing, I'm gonna go over there. There's a place where people put bottles on the tree for some reason. I remember seeing that in that guy's video too. I just didn't realize this was the area. Bricks in here, pretty much. Bricks falling from the side. It's massive. Yeah, this is massive. Rusted in place. I'm actually gonna stick the camera in there upside down so you can kind of see what it looks like from right inside. Just spotted something. There is a burlap sack down there, or at least some kind of blanket that looks like burlap. Getting to it is going to be a bitch though. Man. Like I said, that thing is rusted shut. I don't think it even, although someone bent up one corner with some kind of leverage. As you can see there, they pushed so hard that it just it pulled up on it, and they would have had to push really hard. I doubt one person could do that on their own. Oh man, that will be a bitch to get to. That's a good hiding place, actually. Good luck trying to get in there, if it is anything. Yeah, it's definitely burlap, I think. And there's a whole bunch of bricks on top of it. That's creepy as hell, as a lot of things are. This is right, you can hear the train. All right, this is my, I wasn't expecting to find something suspicious that quickly today, but that's my mission. I gotta figure out how to get in there. Yeah, that's gonna be tough. I might need help, and I might need crowbar, long crowbar. Get plenty of leverage. That's going to be a project. I'm going to finish scanning the area. Stick to my plan today. I'm going to have to go get my go get some tools and maybe some help. Well, that's a little morbid. It's the little back of a tiny animal. There's the kind of half of a skeleton of a tiny animal. You can see the back leg bones. I'm actually not sure what kind of critter that is, but someone decided to hang the skeleton. I am actually seeing a barrel underneath a concrete block over there. Again, right near the road. Right near the road. The road's right there. There's metal, all kinds of crap down there in that ditch area. I have no choice but to go walk through there. I just gotta poke around. It would be irresponsible not to if I really want to be thorough today. Honestly, this is how I think it's going to be a quick afternoon, because it's two sides of a bridge and then a water search. Then I find a trail, then I find another trail, and then there's an isolated area, and then you find a thing like this. It's going to turn into a half-a-day project probably, depending if I can get help. Because it's dangerous too. If you prop up something that big and you're not safe about it, you don't prop it up properly, you try to get inside there, that thing can come down and crush you. You just don't want to do that, especially alone. So I do not plan to do that alone. I've got one or two big guys that can help me out with that, and I'll see. Actually, they may come over today. They may actually have one of those long crowbars you can bring. All right, I'm gonna go down to the cave area now. see that. Over there is what I saw. Let's go down there carefully. These rocks are extremely slippery. So dangerous. But hiked many places like this before. There it is. It's a big old cavity. Likely a hangout spot for people. That's pretty cool. I don't see any cavity back there other than little holes people shove their bottles into when they're done drinking. Yeah, beer cans. Nothing interesting under there. I'm not surprised at all not to find anything here because this is most likely a very popular hangout spot for the kids. I'm gonna head back actually that way, which I believe goes under the bridge, and get back to the car. Little quicker route, albeit very slippery. I did want to see the rest of this side anyway, down here. Oh, look at that. A little cavity, a little hideout spot. Right under the cliff. That is so weird. Anybody in here? Oh, shit. You gotta be kidding me. Look how far back that goes. Oh, it's needles. Oh, damn. This is a drug spot. And the cave goes way back there. I don't know how far back, and I don't know what's back there, but anybody here? Well, second spot to check out. So many hideouts for people doing drugs around here, honestly. And who would think there would be, under a natural stone formation, that you'd have like essentially a cellar built in underneath? Isn't that weird? I mean, that's just probably used to have a door on it, but they literally framed out a wooden opening. So freaking weird. I'm gonna use a flashlight in that cave because I don't want to hang out in there too long, but it definitely has to be checked out. I at least need to see further in that cave, all the way to the back. If I can't see the back, and it's not properly searched. So, gonna get down to my Jeep, change out my batteries, see if my friend can come over actually with a crowbar to open that thing up. And meanwhile, I'm gonna take my flashlight out there, check out that cave. Really don't want to go too far in there because you don't know where there's needles just laying around. I saw at least 6 of them. So I'm gonna regroup and then head back in there. Hello, anybody in there? Oh, watch out for needles. That goes far. Damn it. Needles. Needles. Hello? Oh, there's the end right there. Yeah. I don't know if you can see it on cam, but there's the end right there. Just a little crack at the end. Alright, let's get the out of here. So I'll tell you what I'm thinking now, actually, now that I found this little hideout cave for druggies, the person that was sighted coming in here, just based on the stories, I am kind of assuming they were coming here for a place to get away, possibly shoot up or do whatever. Because beyond that, I mean, the back of that cave, I mean, the odds of finding a container or something dug out is pretty low, considering if people are spending time there, they're not gonna tolerate a smell, if you know what I mean. So if Kingsport police want to check it out, there's plenty of DNA evidence left behind. Counted at least 7 needles. Other than that, I realized I don't need a crowbar and muscles. I was in the middle of contacting someone who could help me with a crowbar and lifting the lid off that thing. Then I realized I have like a 12-foot pole that I use for my camera underwater or in caves or whatever, which I didn't do in that. I can hear people's comments, why didn't you do that in the cave? Because if I couldn't see the end, then I would have stuck the pole in there. But I could clearly see the back of the cave come down to the floor, nothing disturbed and no objects. So, didn't really have to. Anyway, I'm gonna take my pole and get it in there, inside that metal structure, and just lift open that burlap bag or sack or blanket, whatever it is. Looks like burlap. There are bricks on top, but it's close enough in that I'd say the 6-foot range of my pole is pretty thick, pretty good diameter metal. So I'm just gonna push those bricks aside and then open up the blanket sack, whatever it is. And that should take care of this. I'm gonna get my flashlight in there as well, pointing on it so I can see clearly. Yeah, not the greatest plan. With a little bit of bend just snapped, so I should be still long enough for a water search today. Wanted to get down, well, I only lost about 3 feet. I can still do a good depth. That's about probably 7 feet. I think it actually comes out further, so doesn't ruin my water search, but I gotta come back for this with solid metal pole that I can use to move stuff around. It's definitely curious. It's annoying I can't do it right now though. Whew. Hiking with a steel walking stick. It's a good workout. Whew. This thing is like 20 pounds. All right, here we go. I had to move the camera because I had to get leverage with the pry bar, but I was able to get the, looks like a blanket actually, kind of looks like burlap, but it's a blanket. I got it open and I'm gonna get this light on it, but the inside looks kind of like just paper tissue or something that's really old that just fell apart. And I can see, I got it open enough where I could see the bottom of the grate with more brick underneath, and I don't, so that's pretty much the inside, but I'll show you what that looks like. So as you can see, nothing inside. I kind of busted my finger trying to lift that thing up with a 20-pound crowbar. But even with a crowbar, I think with 2 or 3 guys, this cover is not opening. The little hinge, it's just rusted, like rusted in place. But I was able to get that open enough that I could see the inside. I can see there's nothing inside it except for what looks like tissue or just pieces of paper. They're disintegrated, so nothing there. I'm gonna do a search of the underneath the bridge on the other side. Pretty sure the Devil's Backbone Trail doesn't have a whole lot interesting because there's a lot of people that hike out there. The other side goes toward the horse stables. And again, it's like an open area, so, but we'll walk around, take a look, then I'll go down to the horse pond, get the kayak in there, and then we'll do some water searching. Actually, before I do the water search, I forgot I need to get up into that ditch area where there's rocks, and I saw a barrel and some other things. So we're gonna go check that out real quick. I'm also gonna scan this marshy area near the power lines for any disturbances in the ground, strange sunken areas, things like that. Things I usually look for. More paths out through here. You think what's going to be a little walk, it turns into you find areas you didn't even know existed. That's another cliff face, could be another cave. Thought I saw movement. There are just like potential crevices over here, which is interesting. Things like this. You never know, but they're everywhere. Yeah, another cliff face. So that's so steep that anything dumped down there, anything sent down that hill, that steep hill, would end up in the water, no doubt. So the water search, see, that's where I'm going to be putting in. Let me show you where the horse stables are here. That's where I'm going to be putting in, that area there. It's actually way down there. You can't see it behind the tree. That's the horse stable road that goes all the way down there. So I'm going to be kayaking all the way to the bridge and then doing a water search. At least probably to that first concrete piling. And the same on the other side. I'm going to work my way across. I can't get in the middle, obviously, because I don't have a deep enough pole, but I can likely get to the first pier, maybe the second, and then we do the other side. Along this shore, I'm not going to waste my time with that shore because you can see how wide open it is. But when I get to this side, I'm going to come along the shore and just leave that camera underwater while I'm moving, and hopefully not drop my camera in the water for good. Actually, spring is starting here. You can see there's leaves on some of the trees. There's flowers everywhere. So we're getting to the end of the wide open, bare trees season. There's going to be leaves hiding things soon, so that's unfortunate. There's the cliff area. It goes up the side of the hill. I believe that goes to that campground area. Once you get to the top of that hill, that's where the RVs were all parked. And that looks like kind of water wash. That's where the water runs down, and then it goes down to the water over there. Again, I'll take my kayak down there by the water. Get my camera in there the whole way. Don't see too much more in that direction. I do see there's a footpath. So on another day where I don't need to do the water search, I might come back here, keep going in that direction, because, you know, it goes all along the water. I didn't know this existed because the more popular trail along the water is Devil's Backbone on the other side of the bridge on the right side. This is kind of similar. But definitely much less traveled, and it's not really a trail. It's more like a little footpath where people want to not be seen or come to an isolated area. So it's definitely worth walking along the shore on this path. But I've got to get to the water. I also have to search that ditch area with those big rocks in the barrel. So if I had several days, I would keep on looking through this area, but I really want to get to that. My goal today was the water search, as well as the cliffs here. I've accomplished that goal, and I have to remember that I'm doing targeted searches. I will add that section to my list eventually. Walk down there and see what's along the shore. Let's take a look in here. Yeah, that's crushed. Nope, nothing in there. Unfortunately, the sun probably makes it so you all can't see, but I can see this section is completely open and bare, and there's the barrel. It's small. It's not even a barrel. It's a section of a tube. Yeah. There's the actual bigger. I can see the open side. Open. That's not a barrel. That's it's just like this right here. It's a section of pipe. People throw crap like that into ravines like this. Thorns, lots of thorns. Yeah, nothing in there. Nope. That hurts. Whew. That's a lot of thorns. It's all garbage. This is all garbage. All right. At least the, oh wait, I see kind of a, nope. Thought I saw a little drain over there. So at least this area here, it's all just a whole lot of nothing. Just scanning this ground here. Again, this is so close to the damn road, like wide open. You can see the cars driving by. You have to be a complete idiot to try to bury something here. I'm gonna go down to the water now. Probably cut across the woods here. Get down to the Jeep. We're gonna go on the other side of the bridge, check that out, and then get in the water. Almost all the time when there's a bridge anywhere, you will find trails that go down underneath. And then you'll find where homeless people are staying. Let's go check it out. No one here today. Hello. Nope. See, you could see how, I don't know if you can see it actually with the lighting, but I could see the rocks drop off pretty quickly. So it gets pretty deep near that first, as you approach the first piling. But with my kayak kind of in the middle, I should be able to do this whole area here. all along the shore, all along the shore. I'm going to cross the river and I'll do the other side. This trail here probably goes all along the river, probably all the way to the horse pond, because you'll see people fishing along this shore all the time. I'm gonna get back to the Jeep, drive down to the horse pond, and get my kayak in the water.